Hello everybody, welcome to a video where I will show everybody how to survive the nether. Also, by the way guys, if you hear me coughing, it's just because I'm sick. A little bit. Anyways, I will be explaining all the biomes and all the mobs in the nether and how to basically just deal with every danger in the nether, basically. So now, also by the way, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and maybe share it with a friend. By the way, I'm doing this on sewer flat so the world generates normally, like faster. This is the bare minimum you can bring with you. This is literally the bare minimum. You need this. Okay, so now, what you should do every time you enter the nether, you need 10 obsidian and 4 cobblestone, because 10 obsidian is the minimum. You'll need a bowl so you can eat food, and you'll need a crafting table. Golden helmet, iron chestplate, iron leggings, and iron boots is the bare minimum you can bring, unless you're like some professional speedrunner. A bow, some food, and stone pickaxe and a stone axe. So now, let's just, oh wait. Oh yeah, you should also bring a boat. And some blocks. Oh yeah, and a shield. Shield will be useful, but it's not, like, necessary. Shield. Well, it's raining. We're just assuming that you have the gold. Okay, so now, once you enter the nether, you'll either spawn in one of these 5 biomes. The nether wastes, Crimson Forest, Warped Forest, Basalt Deltas, or Soul Sand Valley. Look, a baby piglin. Well, okay. So now, let's go to easy mode. So now, what does the Crimson Forest have? It basically just has piglins and basically just piglins and hoglands. So now, I'm just gonna go into game mode survival right now. Okay, so now why do we want a gold helmet instead of an iron one? Also, by the way, you should shift so you don't get hurt by this. It's because, well, if we don't have a gold helmet, this is what's gonna happen. The piglin will get mad. Basically, they won't go over magma blocks, thankfully. By the way, baby piglins always steal your stuff, so they won't give you anything in return. Basically, the way to deal with a piglin is to just trade with them. Now, why not kill them? Because they can actually give you seriously useful stuff. That's why you should just not kill them, unless you're going for something like Monsters Hunted. Now, as you can see, we're getting some pretty good stuff. Let's say there wasn't a magma block. The piglin will completely charge at us. So now, you see the piglin, right? It's pretty mad. After it finishes the trade. Oh, we actually got a fire resistance potion. When you put on the gold helmet, it's perfectly passive. It can be anything, although I'd recommend a helmet. By the way, the reason we want a crafting table is so, for example, if we want to, let's say, want to trade more, we can just break this gold ore. Well, if breaking it in front of piglins, we'll get piglins. Cool. To make them not mad at you, you can, Oh. Well, okay. So basically, you can just trap them here. So, by the way, because they can't get out of boats, thankfully. So now basically, we're basically just free to mine the gold ore that was right here. Do keep in mind it will get any piglin in 16 block radius angry. Now, as you can see, when the piglin holds up its sword, it will get mad. Piglins with crossbows, will still manage to shoot you. However, ones with swords, won't manage, thankfully. Now, why do we want them mine the gold? So we can trade more. Do keep in mind that if you hit a piglin or even one-shot one, they will still be mad. Like, still pretty mad. Okay, so now... So now, the Crimson Forest's dangers are piglins and Hoglands. Piglins can be dealt with really easily if you just give them gold, and if you wear gold armor, if you wear at least one piece of gold armor. Over Hoglands. But now, let's just go to the nether wastes. Okay, so now the nether wastes. Well, why is the nether wastes dangerous? Actually, just piglins and zombified piglins. Now, how do you deal with piglins? We've already explained that. Now, how to deal with zombified piglins? It's simple. Just don't hit them. That's really all you have to do. And then voila, you're safe. Because if you hit one of them, they'll all get mad at you. However, if you manage to one-shot them, they won't get mad at you. If you normally hit them, they'll just attack you. If you hit just one of them, however... Let's say that, So now, normally if we hit them, they'll get mad. However, if we one-shot them, they won't notice. They make kind of a creepy sound when they die. When they die, basically. Now, what happens if you just hit them? Well, this is what's gonna happen. Now, let's say that you accidentally hit them. It's technically possible that you accidentally... Oh. Okay. It's technically possible that you accidentally hit them, so now... You can just tower up 3 blocks to deal with them. However, there are usually a lot more. By the way, sadly you can't jump crit them when you're up here. They have a bad reach radius, thankfully, so you can just deal with them like this. Do keep in mind, though, that they won't forget about you until, like, some time. So now, after this... So now, basically, if you do this, there are usually a lot more zombified piglins, but because I mean on easy mode, it's not there. So by the way, this is actually a pretty cool. This is actually a pretty cool seed. There's 3 biomes together. The seed is epic. Anyways, so now what does the Soul Sand Valley have? The Soul Sand Valley's dangers are just soul soil, skeletons, and ghasts. Oh yeah, So now, how do you deal with skeletons? I think it's obvious. Just hold up your shield and then hit them. Like this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot I put the R. So now, basically, you can just kill them like this. Also, by the way, if you don't have the soul speed enchantment and go on soul soil, you'll actually be slower. But soul, oh yeah, soul sand will make you slower. However, soul soil is fine. By the way, if you're in Bedrock Edition, these random curves and roots, so Java players see will actually be nether wart. So I guess you Bedrock players are lucky. At least I heard that. Now, why do we want to... Oh yeah, ghasts. Now, you can't normally obtain a spawn egg in survival, however, I'm just gonna show it. So now, how to deal with ghasts. Oh my. Oh wow. By the way, soul fire is far more deadly than normal fire. Come on. Wow, ghasts are really deadly. However, if you go behind a block, they won't notice you. Yeah, if you go behind blocks, they won't notice. Also, by the way, this soul fire does double the damage as normal fire, so it's really deadly. Now, what do you get when you kill ghasts? You can get gunpowder and ghast tears. Yeah, that's basically all that you get. Ghast tears are useful for things like brewing. But now I'm just gonna go into creative. Basically, the dangers of the Soul Sand Valley are soul soil, ghasts, and skeletons. Yeah, this is how many. These are how many zombified piglins will usually be around. Probably more because I'm just in easy. What? Seriously? Okay, so now next biome, basalt deltas. Imagine if there's a warped forest. This would just be crazy. So now basalt deltas. What does it have? Ghasts can spawn, but they aren't very common. Striders can very rarely spawn. Magma cubes are so common in this biome. And this biome, in my opinion, is the most deadly because of all this lava. This lava is just so deadly. If you go in this biome without a fire resistance potion, well, you're pretty much just guaranteeing your death. As you can see, this is extremely dangerous. Especially how there are usually holes like this, where they're usually very deep. But this is just a one block hole. Without a fire resistance potion, fighting one of these guys is actually pretty deadly. So I'm just going to do this when I'm outside the Basalt Delta biome. Also, by the way, you can actually find mushrooms here. You can't find red and brown mushrooms in the Warped Forest or Crimson Forest. So now, let's just assume, also by the way, technically Magma Cubes can spawn in the Nether Wastes biome. Although they are pretty rare. Wait, Magma. Now, I'm just gonna fight 3 at once because they're actually pretty easy to deal with. Now, how do you deal with them? You just try and knock them away. You can use something like a punch bow or a knockback sword. They actually aren't deadly at all. However, if they start to hit you, they'll basically just infinitely hit you, as they can hit every 0.5 seconds. Come on, they jump once every 2 to 5 seconds. Oh yeah, by the way, they divide every time you kill them, and they can drop magma flame. Sorry, I just sneezed because I'm kinda sick. Yeah, these guys can actually be killed. These small variants can literally just be killed with a crit. And with these guys, it's just a 1 axe hit. If you're in Bedrock, axes are actually weaker than swords. But Java axes are just crazy. I mean, dude, the stone axe literally does more damage than a netherite sword. However, axes' attack speed is pretty slow. If you don't want to lose, your weapon's durability, you can just do this. Now, I'm just gonna throw away some of this stuff because it's not really important, the stuff in my inventory. By the way, unlike slimes, the small variants can actually still hurt you, although they do barely any damage. I personally think that Magma Cubes are really just weak, and you can probably defeat one with your fist, even a medium variant, because they're just extremely weak. It's only when a big variant comes, or when they attack, like, behind you. Now... Wow, there are actually 3 piglins here. It's pretty unlikely for that to happen. Okay, well, I'll just kill this one with my fist, because they're so weak. Also, by the way, piglins are actually scared of zombified piglins, which is actually pretty funny. Wow, that was actually pretty easy. Now, now, this is where you can find Hoglands. Ah, yes, Hoglands. Everybody loves Hoglands, right? Okay, fine, I think everybody hates Hoglands. Fighting Hoglands is actually pretty deadly. So, okay, wait, I'm just gonna throw away some of this stuff as it's pretty useless. Oh wow, we got spectral arrows. Okay, cool. So now, how on earth do you fight Hoglands? Now, Hoglands can either be defeated by using a lava bucket, or by just shooting at them, or by literally just placing this. By the way, they'll actually run away from these. So now you can actually hunt them pretty easily. When you kill them, they actually drop pork chop. However, let's say that the warped fungi isn't there. They literally won't run away. They are pretty deadly. Yeah, you can see that they're pretty scared. They can drop leather and literally pork chops. In my opinion, you can use a lot of buckets or you can just use a warped fungi. Wow, the nearest warped force is actually pretty far. Wait, I'm just gonna make sure that I'm... Okay, you guys can still see the screen, thankfully. Wait, what layer am I in? Oh. And it's just, right below me. Whoa, tree. Hey, this is actually cool. These two ones are actually intersecting. Warped forests are usually much larger than this. Like, much larger. Dude, I kinda like the look of the two forests together. Okay, let's just actually go to like an actual warped forest. Okay, now, this looks like an actual warped forest biome. By the way, you can find Hoglands not only in the Crimson Forest, but you can also get them in the Hoglands Stables Bastion. By the way, piglins actually attack Hoglands, so that's actually pretty cool. So now, what's the benefit of this biome? Endermen. Just definitely Endermen. Endermen are usually not, like, very easy to find. So now, you can kill them in this method by just digging a hole, or you can just build a 3-block tall tower. They are very deadly. Yeah, you can just dig yourself in a tunnel. You can get ender pearls really easily like this. They spawn very frequently. Yes, I'm a monster. I know I'm gonna eat. I know I've eaten raw pork chop. I'm a monster. I know. Okay, well. Yeah, you're supposed to find like a lot. Yeah, you can basically just kill them like this. It's really easy. Yeah, they can't get you. Endermen are extremely deadly, so it's a really good idea to just make a hole, especially if you don't have something like a boat. Oh yeah, you should definitely bring more than one stone axe. Endermen really aren't that deadly when you do this. They really aren't deadly at all. Okay, I should have gone way more ender pearls. I killed 7, so I should have gone 3. Wow. Okay, so now let's just use this ledge as an example. Now, fall damage is something that's pretty dangerous in the nether, so now how can you just deal with this? Now, if you're in Java, you can use a boat. I'll just show you all. If you're in Java, you can use the boat. However, in Bedrock, you'll actually just die, and the boat will literally just. Wow. By the way, if a boat hits fire, it will literally just break. No. Oh no, wait. This isn't not. Yeah, I'm really scared. If you fall into lava with your boat, of course the boat isn't gonna save you. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Striders. They don't attack you no matter what. So they're like the friendliest mob in the Nether. They are the only actually friendly mob. Oh wow. Yeah, in Java nothing will happen. However, in Bedrock the boat will just completely break. So now, another thing you can do is, well, use twisting vines. If you're in Bedrock, you can also use ender pearls and twisting vines, which is actually pretty cool. In Java, there are 3 methods. In Bedrock, there are only 2. All that you do is basically just spam twisting vines. Wow, it just breaks. Wow. Okay. Now, or well, you could just... Yeah, you could just do that. So now, another thing. How to get food in the Nether. You can kill Hoglands for their meat. You can try to find mushrooms, most commonly in the Nether Wastes biome. Or you can resort to the last method. Also, by the way, Hoglands are extremely deadly. However, they don't seem to be deadly at all when you have a warped fungus or a lava bucket. Lava bucket, you can basically just burn them. Anyways. Sorry. Anyways. Oh, and Enderman went all the way from there to there. Amazing. So basically, if you have red and brown mushrooms, you can... This was not intended. Whoa. Well, it's a Hogland Stables. Oh no, wait, it's not. Wait, it's bridge. Because of the gold. Wait, how high? 95? No, wait, 96. Now, basically, you can get food in another way, although I really wouldn't recommend it. Unless it's your, like, last option. If you lose, like, all your food in the Nether, you can just kill zombified piglins. Obviously, I'm doing this in creative, so they aren't getting mad. You should just tower up 3 blocks if you're ever going to do this. However, the game will usually spawn more than how fast you can kill them for rotten flesh, but it's there if you're extremely desperate for food. So now, another danger. I've already shown fall damage, now lava. How do you deal with lava? It's actually pretty easy. It's pretty deadly, but with a fire resistance potion, it's actually a joke. Normally we would burn up. But with a fire resist potion... Yeah, you're literally immune. So yeah, you can get these without actually entering nether fortresses. you can literally just barter with piglins, which is why, in my opinion, it's extremely important to barter with piglins. Like, dude, if you're entering a Battle Delta biome without a fire resistance potion, you're just dead. Yeah, you can basically just bridge. Okay, so now once you get up... By the way, the reason you can't use a water bucket is because, well, I think it's obvious. I think everybody knows this. It will literally just evaporate. The water will just evaporate. Bastion. However, this video isn't about bastions. By the way, I'm gonna kill an Enderman. Yes, they tried to go around your shield. Wow. They're actually pretty deadly. Okay, I don't know what I'm even doing. So now, another thing. Let's say that... By the way, unless you're in a Crimson or Warped Force, you'll want to carry a Flint and Steel with you. Or at least put one in the chest. So if you get lost, oh no, wait, so if a gas destroys your portal, you can still escape. Don't worry, you don't need the corners, thankfully. What have I built? I don't even know how to build a portal. So now, how to not get lost? Something that you can do, let's just say this was our portal, is just take your coordinates. Another thing you can do is... However, it does cost a netherite ingot unless you find it in a bastion. Compass. Yeah, this compass will always point towards the lodestone, and you can rename them with the anvil, so you can have like 10 compasses for specific things, like one for a fortress, one for like a bastion. And now see, I usually just make it straight, so I can just run into it. So let's say that I go like here. Going to try to get it to look 100% straight. Sometimes it's actually covering it. Yeah, I will always point at the lodestone. Yeah, the compass will be extremely confused if you break the lodestone. Okay. So now we will always point to this. Another thing that you could do is to just make a chest, take the coordinates of that, and then just basically just kill yourself. And in the overworld, you can just respawn, then go to those coordinates with actual resources. By the way, if you open things like trap chests, barrels, chests, piglins will actually get mad at you. So, well guys, I think this was a good video. I know it's kind of rushed, I know that. The compass looks funny. But seriously, I'm actually sick, so I kinda just have to make a quick little video. I really hope I get better. Well, I mean, if you found this useful, you can like and subscribe and share this with a friend, I mean, if you want. And now, this was just a small little guide. Wait, did I forget anything? Wow. Oh yeah, I'm on a super flat. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention striders. You can actually just put a saddle on them and a warped fungus on a stick. So you can ride them over lava if you don't have a fire resistance potion. Anyways, goodbye.